We are turning in.
My dad was here in Chrome. They took him to El Paso. They drove him to Mexico. They forced him to cross the border. Mexico did not accept his entry. They put him back on a plane and brought him back to Alligator Alcatraz. Been in the country for 37 years.
He paid taxes. He worked Monday to Sunday. Don't have any problems, so I don't know why they do that.
What did your husband do for work?
Landscaping.
Landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
My wife came here legally on humanitarian parole in 2023 from Venezuela, and she has no record. She didn't break any laws.
Hardly anybody knows that this place is here and there's detainees here. I wish we could go back there and see what's going on.
Today I'm here in Florida, in the middle of Everglades Park. Now, I have never been to the Everglades, and I was driving in, and I'm about to pull off in the direction of so-called Alligator Alcatraz, the immigration detention center. I did not realize that there is an official sign. I think that this is the official government name of this place. I thought it was just a meme. Of course, I won't be able to get inside, but I do want to see if I can see from the outside what it looks like and talk to anyone who might be there, whether they're visiting clients or family members or protesting or otherwise. So let's drive in, but I do want to give you a glimpse of where we are. This is the main road coming in, and yeah, this is a swamp teeming with wildlife. I've seen beautiful birds and turtles and a couple of alligators just from the side of the road. So let's drive in and see what we can see. Okay, so we are turning in, and we'll see if they let us in. This is the entry to the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport, operated by Miami-Dade Aviation Department. Let's see if we can drive up. And there's someone stopping people up here, so we will see what they have to say.
No, this is the detention center.
The public can get back there?
So I'm gonna just have you make a U-turn right here, okay?
Okay, for sure. All right.
U-turn. I'm going.
All right, you too. You're not this way, right?
No.
This is only like to visit clients.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get in here.
All right. Thank you. Well, that was a no-go. This is me driving away. They turned me around. No pleasantries, no small talk. Just wanted me to do a U-turn. And I don't know. I can't see from where they turned me around whether how far in the detention center is. So I'm gonna just keep on driving around. And obviously, I won't find a way in, but see if I can speak to anyone else outside of this area. So it's a little later, and it turns out there's a vigil that has been happening here for months, every Sunday at 4 p.m. And so I want to introduce you to some of the people who came out here to protest at Alligator Alcatraz.
My husband, 30 October, they report every year to Myanmar. Myanmar sending to here. Later they send to my husband to Louisiana to Texas, Montana, trying to deport my husband. My husband never signed. Later, they send my husband again to here. Later, they send my husband to Chrome to Arizona to California, trying to deport again my husband. My husband come back tomorrow to Florida again. So I have one baby, 1 year old, need their father. He paid taxes. He worked Monday to Sunday. Don't have any problems, so I don't know why they do that.
What did your husband do for work?
Landscaping.
Landscaping.
Mm-hmm.
Did he describe to you what it was like inside?
It's very bad. It's only one toilet paper, single paper for 30 person in one cage. So the cage is similar like a chicken box. It's not a jail. It's like a chicken box. Like very bad condition, the bathrooms, the food, no medicine. If you complain for the food on Sunday, they telling you, going to the private cell. The name in Spanish is El Hueco. So it's very hot temperature. with no clothes, with only one food per day. My husband already there. The people working inside is not professional. It's any person, no professional, no nothing. They buy person a lot. If you do something, they bite you.
Bite.
Yes, my husband. They bite my husband.
The guards bite?
Yes, but
prisoners?
no our officer. No our officer. Our people from the street, I don't know where, but no professional.
Are you able to go inside?
No, never, no lawyer. The only people get inside is some pastor and woman and the husband. Is in my group. The only person can go inside and give you the Bible for the person. That's the only person can guys. No lawyer, nobody. Because they know they do illegal thing inside.
What do you think will happen?
He go home.
You have hope.
Yes.
And do you come out here every weekend?
Every Sunday.
Just came because I just wanted to connect with other families in this situation. Then I kind of have a better idea what my dad is going to be facing inside of Alligator Alcatraz. He's been there since October 29th.
Wow. And we're now in March 2026.
Yeah, my dad's been in the country for 37 years. It was here in Chrome. They took him to El Paso. They drove him to Mexico. They took him into Mexico where they forced him to cross the border. Mexico did not accept his entry. They put him back on a plane and brought him back to Alligator Alcatraz.
Why do the detainees, or why do you think that they're doing that? Why are they moving them so many times?
To make it difficult for families like ours to be able to help our family members. If you move someone who has legal paperwork pending, and then what happens now? You paid an attorney in Florida, but now this person's in Louisiana, so you lost your money and then you can't really help them. So it's putting all of us between a rock and a hard place.
It's probably impossible for you to know, but I do wonder, do you think that they're trying to just make life difficult enough that people will sign papers
Exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because the ones that are physically taking it, they have to break down mentally. I mean, my dad's been there 4 months, and there was a period of time there in the middle where I was generally concerned for his mental state. People need to know that whatever they are seeing online about the conditions of Alligator Alcatraz, the reality is much worse. They're getting rotten food or frozen food. For lunch, they give them half of a slice of a peanut butter sandwich, 3 frozen carrots, and a saltine cracker. And that's their meal. He was moved from units, and it's just a sheet on top of a metal bed. I mean, he's seen people die in front of him.
Do you think they will shut this place down?
Oh, they will. They have to. And then every single person who was involved with every single violation of human rights that happens in this detention center and others across America will have to pay for what they did.
Great to meet you. What's your name?
Brandon Garrison, and my wife is Gabriela Lozano. She's been detained since October. My wife came here legally on humanitarian parole in 2023 from Venezuela, and she has no record. She didn't break any laws. They took her to multiple locations, but she essentially ended up at the prison in Baker County, which is in Jacksonville. And it's a really crappy facility. I have videos of like rotten food that she sends me through the tablet. When people do habeas corpus federal lawsuits, the sheriff at the jail gets served with a lawsuit, and they are retaliating against people that are doing habeas corpus cases. When they get served, they're putting those people in solitary confinement for months. If I don't get her out before April 19th through voluntary departure, we're going to get a 10-year ban on reentry. I haven't been able to sleep good for months. It definitely takes a toll on you mentally, and emotionally. Her roommate, like I said, has been here 11 years, and she could stay in the country, but she's even asking for voluntary departure. The conditions are so bad in the detention that she said, I think my wife told me on Friday that she already asked for voluntary departure.
Do you think that's the strategy of the government?
To make it too bad so that they self-deport. And, I voted for Trump in 2016 like an idiot because I'm Florida boy, I got a boat, this, that, whatever. It was kind of like the end thing to do back then. I've obviously learned my lesson. I've changed my voter status, and this immigration stuff, has really taken a toll, but it's also brought in light to my understanding and to be more advocate, to be out there.
Oh, it's the GoFundMe. I mean, there are detention centers around the country, but the fact that we are so deep in the Everglades and so...
Make it discouraging, you know, for how far people have to go to see their loved ones. And there's no parking here, there's no shit.
And I don't even have a sense of how far in...
I think it's miles, to be honest.
From this main road.
If you look at a Google Maps, I think it's miles to the airstrip. So, and it's the mosquitoes are as big as dogs and cats out here, bro. So I'm sure they're getting fucked up by mosquitoes quite often. I'm sure they don't give them off any of that stuff. I'm not big on TikTok, but I made an account to try to share awareness. And there's so many videos and information and videos of her from the jail and all kind of stuff on there. It's Help Us Fight ICE as our TikTok.
I'm Arthur Jones. I'm a Unitarian minister at a congregation in Fort Myers. This was our 32nd consecutive week. I'm guessing I've been here maybe 20 times. It's very important that we affirm the humanity that people cross the street and their loved ones, let them know that they are not forgotten, that they matter, that they too are beloved creatures of God, and we're here for them. And we believe, maybe we're wrong, maybe we're right, but we believe that when we pray together, when we chant together, when we sing together, that they can hear us. This is nonpartisan. This is not just progressive. This is not just democratic. This is a gathering of people from all of those parties who come together, who recognize that humanity across the street.
Philadelphia, Miami, Naples. North Carolina, Las Vegas.
So, who are the strangers we need to welcome today? That includes immigrants, documented and undocumented, those who have been detained, and those who live in fear of being detained. It also includes all those whose behaviors and beliefs are strange to us, perhaps even wrong to us, because they too bear the image of God.
I believe so deeply that we need to take care of this situation that goes against every moral fiber in my body, that we treat people like this, and it should not happen. I believe in our democracy. I believe in our government when it follows the Constitution, and I don't believe it is right now.
We can't let apathy rule. We have to do something. We have to act.
I came out because my mother was an immigrant. I'm married to an immigrant. My daughter-in-law is an immigrant. This is an abomination. This is not American. And this thuggery needs to be resisted.
I came because I can't stand what's going on. It just literally makes me sick. And hardly anybody knows that this place is here and there's detainees here. And I wish there was a way to just shout it to the whole world what we're doing to people.
Well, I have to confess, I don't live in Florida. I thought it had closed.
Yeah, everybody does. Everybody thinks
it closed temporarily, and then within a few weeks it was reopened.
I wish we could go back there and see what's going on. I'd love to go back there and see what's going on.
Hurt people. Those people are, God knows what's going on in their head. What the amount of hate is swirling around in there, and prejudice, and most likely stemming from their own traumas. Like, I hope everyone finds peace. The people outside of the cages and the people do. I hope they find peace, truly.
Been here probably about 10 times and not stopping.
Do you have hope that this will get shut down one day?
Yes, I have hope. You have to have hope, although it needs to be active. We can't just sit. We have to be active about it.
I'm an Episcopal priest. I look forward to the day that our prayers will be answered. We get to rejoice. Right now it's just about starting the kids off right, that they know that this is important work as children of God, to connect with all the other children of God.
It may not be directly affecting you right now, but it'll affect us all eventually. When Donald Trump was elected a second time, I knew that I needed to do something with the skills that I have. We started a independent media collective called Owl Media, and we've been going around to a lot of protests and just documenting resistance and everything, what's going on right now.
We're in the middle of the Everglades. It's easy for people to not know, even if they read the news headlines.
Yeah.
And it's hot. So as I mentioned earlier, this is my very first visit to the Everglades, and it is breathtakingly beautiful. The land here is like nowhere else in the country. And in fact, that's how this place was shut down for a few short weeks back in the fall. The first time when a judge agreed with environmental groups who had filed a lawsuit about the construction of a facility like this on such delicate land and on sacred Native American land. Now, it's also a dangerous part of the country. I've seen lots of alligators. The mosquitoes are bad here, even worse in other seasons. We're not yet in hurricane season, but that poses a risk. Not to mention the human-made conditions inside the facility that the people who I met today described, the food and the water, and seemingly the intentionality of making it so difficult to survive in there that people almost have no other choice if they want to keep their sanity except to self-deport and sign that paperwork to leave the country, even if they have pending legal processes, totally following the rules. I really appreciate everyone who shared their stories with me today, whether they are here in support because they're concerned about the direction of the country under this immigration policy, or because they have a loved one who is detained inside here or another detention center. I'd really encourage anyone watching this to go online and read Amnesty International's report on how the conditions inside this detention center amount to torture under international law, and to show up at a vigil or a protest. Even if you're not in Florida, there's probably a detention center somewhere close to you. Of course, the Trump administration is trying to build more of these around the country, buying up warehouses in different cities. And whether your point of reference from history is abroad, Germany in the 1930s and 40s, or right here in the United States in that same time period with the imprisonment of Japanese Americans throughout the Western United States, we do have reference points in history.